You think any SUV survives this? One buried secret changes everything. Stay till the end.
Buckle up, because I've been chasing that ghost for decades. Wrenches in my veins since the days when mullets ruled and carburetors were kings. And tonight, on this foggy stretch of blacktop where we swap stories about rigs that refuse to die, I'm spilling the beans on the most underrated, over-engineered SUV beast, the 200 Series Land Cruiser Snowslayer. Yeah, that tank from the aughts, the one folks dismissed as a gas-guzzling relic while they flocked to shiny crossovers that fold like cheap lawn chairs in the drifts. But stick with me through this midnight ramble, cause I've egoed one wild secret about its guts that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about surviving the white apocalypse. You won't see it coming, and it hits harder than a snowplow at dawn. If you're new here, welcome to the garage, where we don't polish turds, we resurrect legends. I'm your host, the guy who's logged more miles in mud than most see in a lifetime, turning wrenches on everything from rusty FJ40S to overland vans that could swallow your mortgage. We dive deep into the souls of SUVs, motorhomes, and those forgotten vans that haul dreams across continents. No fluff, just the raw pulse of piston and grit. Hit that sub if you're retired of showroom schlock and crave the real deal, the kind of talk that echoes like a V8 rumble on an empty back road. Picture this, it's '07, and Toyota drops the 200 Series like a mic at a bar fight. The world's buzzing about fuel-sipping hybrids, but these mad engineers in Japan, they're like, nah, let's forge a fortress on wheels. Born from the ashes of the 100 Series, that indestructible workhorse that ferried UN convoys through hellholes without a whimper, the 200 was overkill from the jump. Full ladder frame, live axles front and rear, and a suspension tuned like a safecracker's ear for the roughest trails. But underrated? Hell yes. While everyone chased the cushy unibody host, this brute was quietly becoming the ghost rig of overlanders, the one pros whisper about when the forecast turns ugly. Let's talk heart first, cause engines are where the poetry lives. That 5.7-liter 3 URF EV8. It is a 381-horse thundergod mated to a 6-speed auto that shifts smoother than your grandpa's lies at Thanksgiving. 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds, but who cares about sprints when it's towing 8,200 pounds like it's hauling feathers? I remember my first spin in one, back in '09, up in the Cascades. Snows piling like regrets, roads vanishing into whiteouts, and this thing just eats it. Full time for WD with Lorange gearing that multiplies torque like a dealer marking up tire scrawl. Ratio north of 40 to 1, so you're tiptoeing over boulders while lesser rigs spin like drunk uncles at a wedding. Now comparisons. Man, that's where the fire starts. But the Snowslayer moniker, that's no marketing fluff, that's earned blood in the powder field. Off-the-wall insight. Buried in the chassis is this unheralded gem. The active height control paired with those massive 18-inch alloys wrapped in LT28560 R18 mudslingers. It auto-lifts 2 inches in snow, dropping belly clearance to 9.5 for highway poise. But here's the hook I promised, the one that'll floor you. Deep in the service manuals, overlooked by every reviewer chasing folders, is the vapor injection fuel system tweak for the V8. In cold starts below 20 degrees, it preheats vapor trails right into the injectors, slashing warm-up time by 40%. No cold stumble, no vapor lock in blizzards, just instant roar. I tested it last winter in the Rockies, chained up a lifted 15 model with aftermarket snorkel and winch. We hit a whiteout so bad the GPS quit. Visibility, 0. But this rig plowed through 6-foot drifts like they were beach sand. The V8 humming low and mean, heat blasting from vents that could have thawed at wife's in the passenger seat, kids bundled in back. And we're giggling like fools while Jeeps nearby nurse flat batteries. History weaves in here too. Think 58 FJ25, the goat that birthed it all. Hauling bananas across Australian outback before SUVs were a thing. The 200, it's that lineage on steroids. The last bastion of V8 purity before hybrids took the wheel. Underrated because it's old, ended production in '21, fetching 40 to 80 grand used now, depending on miles and scars. But over-engineered, brother, it's a time capsule of Toyota's soul. Triple locking diffs you can engage mid-slide, a transfer case that laughs at abuse, and rust-proofing that outlasts regrets. Compared to a Defender, that Brit's got charm, but it'll nickel-and-dime you to death. Bronco fun, but flips like a politician. The 200 just endures. I got one more yarn before we park this beast. Last spring, I loaned mine to a buddy chasing moose in Alaska, van life gone rogue, towing a pop-up camper through slush that'd swallow a Subaru. Came back with stories of fording rivers where the water hit the doors, engine unfazed. No codes, no fuss. That's the spark, man, the surprise that it's not just tough, it's alive, whispering try me every mile. So as the taillights fade into this endless night, chew on this. In a world racing toward electric whispers and fragile frames is the 200 Series. Snowslayer, the last true guardian of the wild, or just a fossil we romanticize. Hunt one down, Feel that V8 shake your bones, and tell me in the comments, would you bet your winter on it? If this ramble lit a fire under your overland dreams, smash like 4 more garage gospel. Sub up to never miss a gear shift. Share with your crew before the snow flies. Next time, we're cracking open a van that'll make your heart wander. Drive safe. Legends see you on the trail.